What is up, guys? It's Puppy here, bringing you a little bit of a not-so-quick tip video today. Now, before I go ahead and get into this commentary, I'm sorry if I sound a bit nasally. I got into a bit of a sneezing contest with myself, and I'm pretty sure I lost, but I can't quite tell. So, why not-so-quick tip video? Well, that's because, honestly, I want to drill this particular fact and this particular tip into your head a lot, and also there's, a good bit to mention on it as well. But, without getting too far out of the realm of quick tips, I do want to go ahead and keep this concise and to the point as humanly possible because I do not want to lose your interest too much. So we're going to go ahead and get into this right now. What's today's topic? Today's topic is one that has been discussed many, many times across many different first-person shooters, and that is the utilization of cover. Not the specialization in Battlefield 3, but rather the objects that you see in the game. You see that dumpster on my left? That was a bit of a cover. These pallets in front of me, that's a bit of a cover here. Obviously, I'm not utilizing them too much. That's alright. I went ahead and outshot this guy. Anyway, but you're going to see right here, this guy blows up my cover, and I try to outpeak him anyway, and he has cover, and I lose the engagement. I lost that engagement because I tried to take somebody on who was utilizing cover in a smart fashion. That is what today's topic is about. Now, I want to go ahead and say that I am not a perfect person. Obviously, I don't think anybody can really claim to be unless they're just being egotistical. But I make mistakes too, and this is something that I have to constantly drill into my own head as well, and that is to constantly use cover. Now, it's not just me that needs this, I've played against a lot of you guys, and before you guys try and click out, I know a lot of people are like, cover, why are we talking about cover? I'm no noob, puppy, I don't need to learn about how to use cover in Battlefield 3. Hear me out. Now, a lot of you guys have played with me, and I've killed a lot of you guys who've played against me when playing with me, mainly because you weren't using cover. True, don't lie to yourself. Now, if I haven't killed you, that's probably because I haven't played against you. Just being quite fair. Come on, we can all fess up on that one. So, again, I'm not going to say that I am always perfect at this. You see me using a bit of a cover right here, though. This is more or less what I'm talking about. There's a guy on the roof right there who's trying to outpeak me. I go ahead and use that cover right there. I about charge in there, but then I see that guy take him out as well, using my cover. You're going to see me duck down in here in a second, trying to use the cover. There's nobody there, though, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on. And I spot somebody else, so I go ahead and duck behind cover. He's not even looking at me, but that's besides the point. Sorry about that time. Yeah, you got volunteered for this little clip, too. But again, I want to cause a paradigm shift in your way of thinking when you are moving around Battlefield, and any first-person shooter for that matter, because this applies to just about any first-person shooter that has a bit of cover. Now, you see me using this cover here, but again, think about this. How vulnerable am I from these three-story stairs right here, and from the MCOM building before I actually retreated back up here? I was rather vulnerable. I only had cover to my front and to my back. That is not a good position to be at. Yes, that just happened. Ha! Anyway. Back on topic, I digress. I'm sorry about that, you guys. One of the things that I want you guys to start thinking about with this paradigm shift in your way of thinking is no longer do I want you to consider what is the straightest line from point A to point B. How, they capped the B flag, I want to get to B flag, I'm at A flag. What's the fastest way there? Or maybe I should take a flank and go left or go right. Now, that's all good and well. Flanking is all good and well, but you need to break it down further than that. You need to not so much think about, do I need to go straight? Do I need to go left? Do I need to go right? You need to start thinking about what pieces of cover are between me and my objective. What can I use as cover to hide my approach, to mask my approach and give me minimal appearance? Now, you're going to go ahead and see me. I'd like to get over across the street right there, but that street's really hot right now. There's a lot of people shooting down it, so I'm going to go ahead and pull back. Mainly so that even though I still do have to cross the street here, I am a smaller target and harder to hit. So, how do we start thinking about cover in a different manner? Well, I've heard this referred to in my various games with some of the Sons of Anarchy members. Sorry about the stuttering there a little bit. Gonna get lost in my words. In which they talk about hitting people on the transition. Get them on the transition. Now, at first, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Hit him on the transition? I don't understand it. You see me, even from back here, I can utilize this piece of cover in front of me just by strafing over a touch to the right. That makes me a smaller target to anyone over here. Unfortunately, there's teammates over here, so I didn't actually have anybody to shoot at. And you'll see me ditch this piece of cover because there's, obviously, that has a lot of cover. Or no, a lot of people covering it, rather. I'm sorry. And basically what I'm thinking is, Sons of Anarchy constantly referring to things as transitions. What is a transition? When I crossed the street right there, that was a transition from one piece of cover to another. That is a transition. Now, they're constantly talking about getting people and picking people off on the transition. Why? Because that's when they're the most vulnerable. That's just the smart way to go about trying to kill people, is on the transitions. If you think about gameplay that way, though, in a micro pathway sense of I need to actually be killing people on transitions and not so much, obviously you want to try and suppress them, and if you can, take them out while they're behind cover. But if you start to just base your thing around, you know, your movement around when can I kill them, and you see me using these stairs even as cover. Cover does not have to be some gigantic block, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But if you start thinking about people as, you know, moving from cover to cover in a transition, that is going to be where you start to really notice your gameplay improve. If you start doing that yourself and making the transitions yourself, you will really start noticing your gameplay improve. Now, I picked up that first kill there, and I was a bit in the open, and I realized I had to reel it in, and I started taking cover behind that pole. And at this point here, obviously, I'm arming the MCOM, very vulnerable, but I want to go ahead and sit back here. I'm going to mind the back because I got plenty of teammates out front, and obviously you need to check all your angles just in case they sweep around behind me. But that is, again, getting a little bit off topic. So, you know, while we're thinking about I'm trying to drill into you what a transition is. Like I said, I really want to drill that into you guys, into your head, because that's what's going to change your game. That's what's going to help you step up your game, is use cover as a transition piece. Well, not so much a transition piece, but think of cover as in you are always in a trying to get from cover to cover, and spending less time out in your transitions. That is one of the big things that's going to help you get shot less. I mean, you're going to be behind cover more often. I'm not lying. Go ahead and with this mentality, after watching this video, hop in some Battlefield and consider yourself, just play a game, and obviously some maps are going to be a little bit tough, especially the vehicle-oriented ones, because this is mainly infantry-based advice right now. But go ahead and give it a shot and see what happens. And if your game doesn't improve, go ahead, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know. Say, puppy, this tip didn't work. I would like to know, you know, because maybe my advice isn't the best. I like to think that I'm giving good advice, though, so, you know, go ahead and give this a try. And if it works out for you, then all the better. Now, again, you see me using this piece of cover in front of me right here, and I'm actually trying not to shoot the bad guys that I see because I want to be more of a spawn point. But look at right there. About one of the only ways to get people out of cover is to either outshoot them, which can be very difficult when you only see their head and maybe their chest, or you can throw a grenade or M320 back there. Now, a lot of people bitch about the M320s and the grenades, but honestly, that is the best way to go about getting rid of somebody like me who's using cover, except for when I don't use it, like situations like this. Honestly, do you see? I had a little bit of cover, and then I went ahead and strafed around it. Lord knows why. But that got me in trouble, and that got me killed. Again, I'm not perfect, and I did not do that intentionally. Just to give you guys an example, that really happened, and I really, you know, I can go back and analyze my own gameplay and say, hey, that happened because I wasn't using cover. But we're getting ready to come up here. You're going to see me use cover, and then you're going to see me do something where I kind of look like I'm bobbing up and down. This is a little trick that I picked up from Anarchy Devourer. Now, we're going to go ahead and, while this happens, we're going to swap over to another gameplay. Of me just in an empty lobby. We're going to see Clappy, my buddy here. He's going to teabag me, and you're going to see him more or less just kind of twitching. Now, I want you to think, how often have you seen this? Now, we can abuse this, whether or not you want to actually use that as a word, where if you use this up and down technique, but you start in the crouched position, your character model never actually stands up. As you see that right there, he was behind that cinder block. We're going to go ahead and try this again. See if you see him. He's peeking up a little bit, just a touch right there. Well, he's not actually doing it yet, but here we go. How much of him do you see when he's doing this? Obviously, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but all he's doing is in the crouch position. That was actually straight standing up right there, just to give you guys an idea of how much you can actually see of him. And we're going to go back to the gameplay, but that is something that is absolutely huge. Now, consider... you know, it is a little bit of a bug in the netcode, but that's just something due to lag, and that's not something that can ever be fixed. And, you know, honestly, I say the word abuse, maybe that's not the best word to use. It's just something that you need to use to your advantage, in my opinion. If you can pull this maneuver off, and it's not by any means easy, all you need to do is take a cover behind a piece of cover. Wow, that was double there. But if you're crouching behind a piece of cover, and then you go ahead and start clicking like mad on that crouch button to up and down, make sure you don't go all the way prone. Basically what's happening is on your screen you have the full view of you going up and down. You're taking that full motion. But because of the way that video games over the internet work, that entire motion is not being sent all the way over. All they're seeing is just basically a quarter of the animation. So, in essence, while you're getting to see all the way over a piece of cover, they will not be able to see all the way... they're not going to be able to see you all the way over a piece of cover. So that is something that is absolutely huge in which I thought I'd drop this little gem on you guys. I personally am still practicing this maneuver. I'm not very good at it, but it was one that was taught to me by Anarchy Devourer. So, you know, again, huge shout out to him for showing me that one. And, you know, I thought I'd pass it along to you guys because, you know, I want you guys to be better too. That's why we're all here. That's why you're watching this video. I want to help you guys get better. I am making these videos to help you guys get better. And I really hope you guys are able to utilize this little technique. And like I said, it takes a lot of practice because during that up and down motion, you got to figure you're actually mashing, at least for us console guys, you're actually mashing the stick that it takes to aim so that it kind of throws your aim off a little bit. I imagine you PC guys will have a little bit easier time with this. But that's, you know, here nor there. It takes a little bit of practice, but just give it a shot, you guys. See how it goes. This gameplay is wrapping up here, actually. I'm going to go ahead and, as soon as I die here in a few seconds, skip out. There is some more gameplay left to it, but I don't actually get anything done. The team pretty much has it locked down. So I want to go ahead here, you know, tell me your thoughts in the comment section below on this, and let me know how you feel about it, whether or not you even think it's worth doing, and you know, we can discuss this a little bit in the topics or in this comment section below, and you know, we'll just see how it goes. Remember to keep it friendly. Dang it, I'm getting a little aggravated seeing you guys calling each other names. So that all said, puppy's out of breath, so I'm gonna call this one done, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's all I have for you guys. So enjoy your day. Puppy's out. Peace!